One of them would probably want to hire services again.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Again, this is also much in demand, and there are a lot of calls for for providing such services also. But here, I'll say a caution for both those who are seeking services and a caution for those who are providing services. They have to see the legality.
Yeah.
Both have to see the legality, whether each one of us are not entering into the privacy of the other party.
Yes. Well, just a little while ago, we were discussing on how much is enough. I mean, how much do you pry into that when you were talking about extramarital affairs? So would you like to throw some more light on that? Where do you think you draw the line?
See, drawing the line up to an extent that it should be up to a real fact, and that's all.
Do you get a lot of people asking this question? I mean, asking you to do that work for them now?
See, the queries are in plenty, but when we go into the details of getting to know the service taker or the person who the client as such, that time we realize that they are not too confident of what they are
they really are looking for. Yeah.
So you see many times, of course, one support they definitely have from us. If we know that line, we know the line where we have to draw, and if we are able to advise on that at that level, then many times they withdraw from getting into that kind of seeking services. So we do make an attempt of educating the clients also on this level, that something too much personal should not be brought into the domain of too much of detective work or too much of work which may not be of even of any use to the advocate or maybe at a legal level.
Yeah, right.
So the best would be on personal matters. We are trying to avoid to an extent that they should not unnecessarily get exploited by professionals, I'll say exploited by certain detectives who are really not professional. So because still it is a developing profession in India, it's not as competent or as I will say fully developed profession as it is in some of the developed countries.
Yeah, like where do you put a stop to?
Yes.
Major Daud, have you had any experience in the past where you have felt that, oh, this is not where I'm going to go, that's it, I'm not going to cross the line now?
Sometimes you will feel that if you have some this license sort of thing, some shelter with you, then sport, then you can know what sometimes you have to stuck. People will not they will tell the truth. They want to hide their names, other identifications if you want. So if we have a license sort of thing, is legally we are qualified or we have some authority, then we can detect, we can grill them, we can take the maximum from them. There are people, they will hide, they will not tell the truth in front of us. You have come, and who are you, why you have come, there is authority, who has sent
who have sent you, why have you come? Then how do you handle that?
It is only motivation, and if you talk them with the communication skill if you have, then you can sort of meditation. they have to come down.
Yeah.
There is a problem.
Mr. Sukhija, as a lawyer, do you have a problem with private agencies coming up with their investigation?
In fact, I may say it, legally these are not recognized for court purposes. And for court purposes, to my mind, assistance can be only in the defense. When we lead the defense evidence, we can keep the things in our mind. Suppose they have given us some particulars which can be proved by way of a documentary evidence or something like that. That can be a big help to the man. If they really just reach that place and bring out something, that is of a weight.
Yeah.
We can succeed over there.
Okay.
But courts will not straightway recognize the agencies to come and appear and give the evidence.
Okay. But do they accept what the evidence in the court of law?
No, this is what I am saying. It is not accepted until unless somebody has got a solid proof in his hand. Then he can be produced as a detective that I have collected it, provided that is otherwise legal. But I may say it, that even the illegally collected evidence is a legal evidence in the court.
All right.
That's
So
what
again, there's no fine line here.
this is what I'm giving it to you.
It's great.
Illegally collected evidence is a
It's a
legal
legal
evidence
evidence.
within the case, within the court for certain purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody can be that way punished for that
All right.
when it is accepted like that. But if somebody crosses the barricades, then he has to be.
Have you ever used?
I am using it. I'm using it because you know that you tape somebody's voice. It is not legal. But it is otherwise legal when you produce it in the court. It is accepted. And I'm using a number of cases also. Such like things are permissible and courts also permit. The apex court has in number of cases held it that illegally collected evidence can be. Right from Karon's murder case. It's going on. It's
Right.
accepted.
Right. Do most of your cases does your evidence go into court a number of times? Like he said, is not really legal, but then you've managed to take it into court and
Yeah, I
produce the
suppose
evidence?
the evidence is definitely being used at some appropriate place for some purpose, because that is why there is a demand of
private
this, our
detective.
services.
Yeah, because sir, I would also like to add, you know, very often government agencies have let us down. For example, if I may mention the Arushi murder case, the CBI has shut it down. Do you think a detective agency would have done a better job?
Here I give you the definite line for it. There's a difference between the detective agencies engaged and the detective agencies working of their own. Now question is who will finance the detective agency if they go of their own? They do not have those of the resources, etc.
Right.
They'll have to incur so much. So there should be some provision where third force can investigate and put it before the government. Government may accept it or may not. But there must be some channel, there must be some provision that some agency is put forward. Let it be a detective or CID, as the reference was given to the CID. I fail to understand serials which are being conducted by CID, whether these are valid in the eyes of law. No, these are not in my view. Because you are to first, murder has taken place. Not that the CID will go. A regular police will go.
Police will.
CID has got no job to do
yeah,
there.
right.
It is referred only when somebody complains or somebody is suspected doing wrong. Then it goes to the third agency, fourth agency, fifth agency. Like that, I say, if you want to give a place to the justice, for justice, you have to find out the place, find out the people, find out the channel, which is reliable, which can be handed over this, and they are provided with the facilities to complete their investigation. Then that it is valuable.
You know, because our law enforcement is a little weak, especially in India. So a lot of people are a little wary of private detectives, or they wouldn't, you know, go in. Like he said, if there's a murder, obviously the police is going to be there to look at it. Maybe a CBI inquiry would be put into it. Is that a misconception, or is it actually true that we do not have proper laws for detective agencies?
See, I said earlier also that this particular profession, professionals of private detectives is a growing profession now in this. In this country, and people are now getting to know that they can make use of the private detectives. After all, what private detective is doing, basically a person individually, before he takes a decision or before he decides what course he has to follow, either to go to the law enforcing agency, maybe reporting the matter to the police, or take up his grievances against the party or the opposite party, he takes it to the court. He has to take a decision. Now, if the private detective is helping in taking a right decision for a particular man, I think it's a great service.
Okay.
See, at least he is clear of what how he's going about. Otherwise, you know, just making an opinion and sitting behind and unnecessarily having a fear of the opposite party, I think that is wrong. So I personally feel it's a great service. And people, if those who can take services of these private detectives, are definitely going to help them in their decision making, and not unnecessarily, you know, feel frustrated without knowing the truth.
So, Major Daud, is there anything that when you go as a private detective, is there anything that you would have wanted should come into India, would help you to be a better private detective than the facilities that you have now?
I think when we are going for investigations and sort of thing, you will find the people are not coming with the truth and that. So if we are licensed or we have that infrastructure with us, we can take out the truth.
What is the infrastructure that you're using? at the moment?
Infrastructure, one is legally we should be supported by. Secondly, license is there. Third, then we should be allowed to take our own men so they can assist us if the people is there's a.
So at the moment you don't take your own people?
We take, but we can't take him directly.
Yeah.
We are taking precautions sort of. I will quote one case here. I was in investigations on sort of bank case. So I was talking to the same person, which his name is so which was given by this bank, but he like no, I am not so. I am somebody else. I am staying somebody else. This house is not his on his name or somebody. He's staying abroad. But then we checked from the records and we came to know then it was handed over to a bank.
They accepted it.
Accepted and they have resolved
Mr. Sukhi, I think that's very fair. When they have got the support, they've got the evidence, you would use it. You won't really involve police over here.
There are two things. Number one, whether the investigation of a criminal case, banking case, rape case, murder case, anything I say, is being conducted properly, as you have just said of Arushi's case. God knows, I do not know, I have not gone through the file. Whether the medical test of the Himmat was done or not, I do not know. You have to rule out, first thing, whether he did it or not.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that has been ruled out or not.
Yeah.
Then likewise, many people at home, they should have been got tested medically because it involves that type of a suspicion. And then cause of murder could not be found until today. Likewise, I say, if some investigation is to be done vis-a-vis some rape, then how can they be provided with that facility? They cannot be given that chance.
Exactly. So
this agency can never substitute the legal agency. They can only assist that too of the part beyond that, which is in the beginning. Beginning evidence is removed. They cannot come into the picture. So the support inspection, support evidence is the most important evidence in a criminal case, maybe of any nature. If that is removed, that is screened off or that is otherwise removed because within a day or two rain comes, something is removed from the spot. So they cannot be with that, but I would say to reach the truth, they can positively help.
Right. Well, thank you so much. The debate doesn't really conclude to anything. We still need a law enforcement in India. It's still very, very short, but thank you so much. We might say the stereotypical private detective comes from books, TV and movies. So does the stereotypical clients. Clients often turn for help because the information they seek doesn't fall within police jurisdiction. Sherlock Holmes didn't become a fictional hero for nothing. He served a very important purpose in society. But there does remain a perception that private detective agencies can cross the line when they feel the need for it, and that is what is worrying and needs to be addressed. With that, we end this edition of Day and Night News Prime. Do give us your feedback at editor@dayandnightnews.com. Good luck and goodbye.